Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another Monday Makes video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's project, I'm featuring the What's Cookin' bundle, and I have an online class with this. You are going to freak out when you see the designs, but for today, I'm starting off with crumb cake and 3 little strips of paper. I'm stamping the rolling pin, the little spatula, and the wooden spoon on these little strips of white, basic white that is. And I'm coming in with Blackberry Bliss for the sentiment. And sometimes this is what I do if I haven't used an ink pad for a while. I sort of scrape down the ink and push it farther in, just so that it doesn't juice up my stamp too much, so that I don't get blotchy sentiments. So this is a fine sentiment, or a fine font, I should say, and it says happiness is homemade. So now I am die cutting the little utensils out. Oh my gosh, can you see off to the side? There's like a little cutting board and a salt and pepper shaker and bowls and pots, and they have a little knife and a little whisk and a little flipper. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with this set, you guys. If you have not seen it and haven't gotten it yet, you have to. And and Canadians, you have to get this. It is so cute. I love it. It's great for anyone who likes cooking. I love cooking, and I've come up with some really great designs in the online class. Anyway, so now that I've stamped and set off the sentiments here, I'm cutting them just with my long sheared scissors. Stampin' Up used to sell these scissors and they don't anymore, which is unfortunate. I think they were supposed to be for ribbons, but I've always used them for paper. Nice long scissors. Anyway, so you can see what I'm doing here. I've let that Blackberry Bliss dry for a bit. And now I'm coming in with my long pair of scissors and slicing these sentiments. So I'm making 3 cards, if you hadn't guessed, a trio of cards, so that maybe I could gift this to somebody. So I have 3 sentiments, and now I'm chopping up the little sentiments. So after I did that, I put adhesive on all of my, yes, I put adhesive on all these little rectangles, and I'm just using Tombow Mono adhesive here. This is just wet glue. It was easier than using my dry adhesive. I was able to splurch a little bit on each little rectangle, and now I'm basically matting it with some crumb cake. This is just a scrap piece of crumb cake. I'm coming in with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut a little bit of a mat for these words. So this is how I do it sometimes, especially when the words are really, really teeny. Like, who's going to measure that? Not me. I like the eyeball technique, but there is like a very thin mat of crumb cake around. So then I put adhesive on all of the pieces. So the utensils plus the cut up sentiments. So now I'm coming in with, this is a majorly matted card. So I'm coming in with a strip of basic white, and I'm matting that with Blackberry Bliss. So I'm doing this for all 3 cards. Now, if you stay tuned to the very end of the video, I will share with you all of the measurements, and I'll just flash it on the screen so that you can jot it down if you wanted to try something like this yourself. So now I've popped my utensils up on dimensionals. I'm putting them on this little strip. So it's perfectly measured for these teeny tiny little Barbie things. I just love it. I cannot get enough of them. They do remind me of Barbie utensils. I used to have Barbie utensils when I was a kid, actually, and they were a lot smaller, but still. Anyway, I'm just using dry adhesive for my second mat. Yes, this would be the second mat. And then, so I'm putting basic white on a Blackberry Bliss mat. So And I guess in the counting of mats, I would start, the first mat would be the Blackberry Bliss. The second mat would be the basic white here. The third mat would be Blackberry Bliss. The fourth mat would be the basic white, smaller once they go on. So I'm just using a regular adhesive, just whatever dry adhesive you have. This was Seal Plus, not my favorite because it's a bit gluey. I like, or sorry, this is just Seal. I like Seal Plus, I should say. Oh, I can't get mixed up with my adhesives. So this is Crumb Cake card base. This is a mini slimline card. So it's 6.5 tall, 6 1/4 wide, and then you score it at 3 1/4. And then these little mats go on of the utensils. So it's one utensil per card, which makes a trio of cards for that baker or whatever. And now I'm coming in with those cut up matted words. Happiness is homemade. So I put the is right in the center of the rolling pin. I'm putting the is on the wooden spoon, and the homemade is the same on all three. And this one, the spatula, I'm making it look like it's lifting the little is. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun with these designs. I can't tell you. This is the cutest bundle ever. All right, bone folder happening. And I will put some Wink of Stella on my wooden spoons, my spatula, and my rolling pin. And you can see all the supplies I used today listed below in the video's See More section or on the supplies section of my blog. The links will take you to my Canadian online store. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.